In today's video, we're diving into the complex factors behind the recent surge in grocery prices that has left many consumers reeling. While it may seem like simple inflation, the true story is far more intricate, involving global supply chain disruptions, extreme weather, and rising energy costs. We'll explore how labor shortages, changing consumer demands, and geopolitical tensions are all playing a role in this crisis. Join us as we break down the real reasons behind why your grocery bill might be hitting all-time highs. 1. The impact of global supply chain disruption. In recent years, global supply chain disruptions have played a pivotal role in the rising grocery prices we see today. The pandemic, for instance, caused significant delays in transportation and halted production in many parts of the world. Factories had to shut down, and shipping routes were severely disrupted. When goods don't move smoothly from one place to another, the cost of getting them to your local supermarket increases. This means you pay more at the checkout. Additionally, the shortage of shipping containers and labor shortages have compounded the problem, making it even more challenging to maintain consistent supply chains. These disruptions have led to increased transportation costs, which are then passed on to the consumer. 2. Inflation and its ripple effect. Inflation is another major factor contributing to the skyrocketing grocery prices. As the value of money decreases, the cost of goods and services rises. This phenomenon is not limited to groceries, however, its impact on food prices is particularly noticeable. For example, if farmers have to pay more for seeds, fertilizers, and equipment, they will charge more for their produce. Similarly, manufacturers facing higher costs for raw materials will increase their prices. This domino effect continues until it reaches the consumer, making everyday essentials more expensive. Inflation affects everyone, but it hits hardest those with fixed incomes or limited financial flexibility. 3. Extreme weather conditions. Extreme weather conditions have become more frequent and severe, affecting agricultural production worldwide. Droughts, floods, and hurricanes can destroy crops and disrupt farming activities. For instance, if a region that produces a substantial amount of wheat experiences a severe drought, the supply of wheat decreases, leading to higher prices. This scarcity drives up costs for related products like bread and pasta. Additionally, unpredictable weather patterns make it difficult for farmers to plan and manage their production, resulting in further inefficiencies and price hikes. As climate change continues to impact weather patterns, the agricultural sector will face ongoing challenges. 4. Energy costs on the rise. The rising cost of energy has a direct impact on grocery prices. Energy is a critical component in the production, transportation, and storage of food. When oil prices increase, transportation costs rise, affecting the price of goods on the shelves. Similarly, higher electricity costs can raise the operational expenses of manufacturers and retailers, which are then transferred to consumers. As a result, even small fluctuations in energy prices can have a significant impact on the overall cost of groceries. The volatility of energy markets means that consumers often face unpredictable changes in prices. 5. The role of labor shortages. Labor shortages in various sectors of the food industry have contributed to the increase in grocery prices. From farm workers to truck drivers, a lack of available labor can slow down production and distribution processes. When there aren't enough employees to harvest crops or transport goods, it creates bottlenecks in the supply chain. This inefficiency results in higher operational costs, which are reflected in the prices consumers pay. Additionally, businesses may need to offer higher wages to attract workers, further increasing their expenses. The interconnected nature of the food industry means that labor shortages can have widespread effects. 6. Government policies and regulations. Government policies and regulations can also influence grocery prices. Tariffs on imported goods, for instance, can make certain products more expensive. When countries impose tariffs, the cost of importing goods increases, and these costs are often passed on to consumers. Additionally, regulations related to food safety, environmental standards, and labor laws can affect production costs. While these regulations are essential for ensuring quality and safety, they can also lead to higher prices. Balancing consumer protection with affordability is a challenge that policymakers must navigate carefully. 7. Increased demand for organic and sustainable products. There has been a growing demand for organic and sustainable products, which has contributed to higher grocery prices. Organic farming practices can be more labor-intensive and require more resources, leading to higher production costs. These costs are then reflected in the price tags of organic products. Additionally, as consumers become more environmentally conscious, they are willing to pay a premium for products that align with their values. This shift in consumer preferences has led to an increase in the variety and availability of organic and sustainable options, but often at a higher cost. 8. Currency fluctuations and their impact. Currency fluctuations can have a significant impact on grocery prices, especially for imported goods. When the value of a country's currency decreases relative to others, it makes imports more expensive. For example, if the local currency weakens against the dollar, products imported from the US will cost more. These increased costs are typically passed on to consumers, leading to higher prices at the grocery store. Currency fluctuations can be influenced by a variety of factors, including economic policies, geopolitical events, and market speculation, making them difficult to predict or control. 9. Technological advancements and their costs. While technological advancements have brought many benefits to the food industry, they also come with costs that can affect grocery prices. Automation and new technologies can improve efficiency and reduce labor costs, but they require significant initial investments. Companies may need to invest in new machinery, software, or training for their employees, which can be expensive. These costs are often passed on to consumers in the form of higher prices. Additionally, as technology continues to evolve, businesses must continually update their processes to remain competitive, adding to their overall expenses. 10. Geopolitical tensions and trade wars. Geopolitical tensions and trade wars can significantly impact grocery prices by disrupting international trade. When countries engage in trade disputes, they may impose tariffs or restrictions on certain goods, which can increase costs for consumers. For instance, if a country imposes tariffs on imported agricultural products, it can lead to higher prices for those goods in the domestic market. Trade wars can also create uncertainty in global markets, affecting supply chains and leading to increased volatility in prices. As countries navigate complex geopolitical landscapes, consumers may continue to face fluctuating grocery prices.